Hi, this is Helping Hairs, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to care for an elderly rabbit. So, rabbits live relatively long, almost as long as large dogs. So if you have an older bunny, here's some helpful tips to optimize your long-eared grade friend's golden years. That's really hard to say. Long-eared grade friend's golden years. Rabbits can live up to 10 to 12 years, but some have even been recorded to live up to 14 and 16 years old, which is really old for a rabbit, really old. You can usually start to notice the aging process at around 5 to 6 years old. Rabbits will start slowing down, gaining weight, losing weight, having dental problems, poor eyesight, hearing, growths on the skin may arise, but all these things are factors that are obtained with age. Remember, growing old is inevitable. It'll happen to anybody, any animal. It's just the way life works. So, really, you can't stop the aging process, but you can slow it down a little or a lot, depending on how much effort you put into it. Keeping your pet active and fit slows down the aging process, and Sawyer just laid down. Apparently he's very relaxed. I'll move my hand so you can see. These are his back legs. So apparently he's very relaxed. This is his buddy Avery. But anyways, so keeping your rabbit active and fit is very vital to help slow down the problems of immobility or obesity, arthritis, back problems, aches and pains that older bunnies get. If your rabbit does have arthritis, a precursor medicine can be given by your local rabbit vet to help determine the problem and help deal with the problems of arthritis. Keeping your rabbit on a high diet of fiber and a low diet in carbohydrates can keep him slim and trim for his golden years. A confined rabbit will have a shorter life and poorer quality of life than a rabbit who gets lots of free ranging and love. So if you have a rabbit that's stuck in the cage, please, please go out and love on your bunny, because love, I know that sounds really cheesy, but love is one of the best things that you can give to your pet. And also, rabbits need exercise. Exercise is one of the big main factors that they need. Sawyer's flexing his bunny muscles to you. But back and neck problems are common in rabbits, especially with breeds with long backs, like the English slop, the French slop, the Flemish giant, Rhinelander. Those are all very susceptible to back injuries and neck injuries. Again, keeping your pet slim and trim with good high fiber, low calorie diet and a regular exercise will aid in preventing back and neck problems as well. Also, try to prevent large, long-backed breeds from leaping off high perches such as couches, beds, chairs. I mean, if you have them in the house, you need to be very careful with this, because big bunnies, oh, Sawyer, big bunnies can break their backs very easily. So make sure you're very careful with that. And also, as they age, bone gets brittle, and jumping from high places can cause them to break bones, fractures, or breakages. Dental problems may plague the older rabbit. It'll constantly be happening to them. This is most often due to gradual chipping of the cheek teeth, which is, you have your rabbits have the front 4 teeth, and then they have like a little block of teeth in the very back of their jaws, and those are right along the cheeks, and those are used for grinding. Obviously the front 4 are used for chewing. So the chipping usually occurs in the cheek teeth along the rabbit. And yes, Sawyer is asleep right now. He's not dead, he's asleep. I would move my hand, but it'll probably wake him up, so I don't want to do that. Many rabbits often die of renal kidney failure. Early signs of kidney problems include if they start messing outside of their litter box, increased frequency of urination, or how much the volume of urine that's produced in one urination, or an increase of thirst. Obviously, if they're going to be urinating a lot more or large amounts of it, they're going to be needing fluids to help replenish their body. Urinary tract infections, bladder stones, sludge, and kidney stones make a rabbit more prone to kidney failure. Early treatment and good follow-up with these problems are highly recommended to keep your rabbit healthy. He's awake. Feeding a diet low in calcium, good litter box hygiene, and lots of fresh water will help urinary tract infections cease to exist at all with your rabbit. You're a silly bunny. He just stretched out again. You are a silly bunny. Eventually, I know this is a sad topic to talk about, but eventually there does come the time when your rabbit is gonna die. It's just the way life works. You're born, you live, you die. In that order, and it may come slower if you do all these steps that I've talked about before, but eventually the time comes when your little furry friend is going to have too many aches and pains to continue on, and that is ultimately your decision if you want to euthanize your bunny. Most people don't understand what that is. Euthanasia is an overdose of anesthetic that they give animals when they go under for surgery. So you need to make sure, this is a very big decision, you need to make sure that your rabbit is hurting. If he's not hurting, you need to double check with your vet, make sure that he's fine, even though he's not getting around as well as he should. But if he is hurting and you can't be selfish. The quality of the rabbit's life is more important than the quantity. If he only lives to be 7 years old, but he had a long, happy life, then you can honestly say he had a good life. I'm sorry, you just peed. But you can honestly say that he had a good life. And so whenever you take your rabbit to the vet and it's time to euthanize it, then they can either use a shot, which some people aren't comfortable with the rabbit using shots because they don't want that pain to be the last thing that they feel. So there's also a gas that they give them, and it can be administered like you would oxygen, and that just helps them slip away slowly and quietly and peacefully. The best way to have your rabbit live a long, healthy life is to offer him a happy, healthy environment and a healthy diet and regular medicine care. Not surprisingly, avoiding fatty foods, getting exercise, and happy social environment all contribute. Early attention to health problems and good preventative health programs will keep little problems from turning into life-threatening ones. Never forget, the quality of life for our pets is much more important than the quantity of life. I mean, I hope you understand what I say. The quality, how much your pet enjoyed its life, and how much time you spent with it is more important than the number. If they live to be 15 years old, that's awesome if they've had a good life. But if they've been in a cage for their life, or if they're old and it's time for them to pass, but you want them to hang around even more and you're making their life uncomfortable, it's not worth it. So, that's all for today. Make sure you subscribe. If you haven't already, I'll be getting ready to host a contest, so you don't want to miss out on that opportunity. Plus, receive a shout out from my pets. Until next time, remember, somebody loves you.